everybody, my name is Mike and welcome to our webinar. So today we're going to be touching upon a subject that everybody's kind of interested in these days, and that is AI. At the moment, we are freshly after the World Viz Fest. It's, I would say, the biggest and the best when it comes to our own insider knowledge type of events. So that's why I have a little bit of knowledge and also some of it to share with you. And that's why we're going to be talking mostly about what's interesting. But today I'm also going to be working with three scenes from my students, and among them, one of the scenes, the first one we're going to be working with, was created by David. David was part of literally our last group, and last group means like month ago we said goodbye because well, what can I say, this person was amazing, and as an artist I know that he's going to go really far. So this is me just opening his scene freshly out of the box. I did no changes to it whatsoever. This is how it renders, and this is how awesome our students are. For those of you that are just joining in, I'm quick to tell you that my name is Mike and I'm a teacher for Vizacademy. Vizacademy is an online school that will teach you how to create beautiful 3D renders in less than 7 weeks. Currently, we're in a process of also incorporating AI workflows into our training. The current group is now going to have their first AI webinar, and then another group is going to have a more integrated workflow altogether. Since that group, we're going to also announce Vizacademy 2.0, which is going to have everything that's the most important. And really, the whole reason we're making this webinar is to let you know that times are changing. Now, the animations are becoming the new standard. You all watch Reels, you all watch TikTok, you all watch and expect something to be moving. Just moving picture is not enough. We now need to do much more. Hello, Maisa, nice to have you. I'm always super glad to see my students coming back to me. I'm super grateful to you. How have you been? How are you? It's so nice to see you. So hi Mike, hello, hi, show us the way, lead us, I will. The one. Hello from Nigeria, hello Mike, hello Brazil and Espanol. I do not speak Espanol, but we do have one of the best tutors in our whole Vizacademy thingy is Javier. So Espanol, sí, señor. Now let's go ahead and continue. Sorry for my absolutely worst accent in Spanish, but now let's continue with the webinar. So what are we going to be talking about? What is the purpose? First of all, it's speeding up your workflow. At the moment, you know that when working with your scenes, there's plenty of things that will slow you down. Some time ago, you had the ability to browse the internet and, well, pretty neatly get to websites like 3D Sky or Turbo Squid, whatever it was. Chances were that you're going to be able to download a really decent model. But what if you're looking for what if you're looking for that guy, right? So what if that chair isn't here? Nobody had time to model it. It's the latest model out there and you're not getting your hands on it. It's a unique object that you're going to be adding to your interior, and you're out of time. So normally our students, because if you want to become my student, sign up to Vizacademy UK. If you want to become my student, please do so. But typically our students are taught that during it's best to download something and let's say change an already existing mesh or start over using the methods that we teach during the training. But during the World Viz Fest, which is, as I said, the biggest event when it comes to 3D visualizations in the world, Lucky for me, it was hosted in Poland. So my teammates were there to really go over and get a little bit of a sneak peek. And well, 2 years ago, it was very simple. 2 years ago, when you went to WorldViz Fest, you pretty much were greeted by the all presentations. Oh my God, all presentations were around the fact, yeah, we may be using AI, but you cannot see it, so it's still here. Now, 1 year ago, it was, yeah, we started using AI, and now we're feeling confident that we can enhance our workflows. And this year, on the presentations and every freaking one there was talking about, yeah, we use AI for this, we use AI for that. There's a lot of that information going on there, and to be honest, that's why we have to evolve, and that's one of the reasons why we're changing the workflow for us, because the whole industry is not really very happy about the fact that some people were learning the craft for 20 years or so, me included, and suddenly you have this new technology that changes everything. But it's another situation where you need to adapt or, well, do something else. There should be a snippet with me somewhere out here, because there's Mikołaj from our... Yeah, that's me! Hey! I was just waiting for that. So yeah, I was a speaker there last year. So what I wanted to say is that WorldViz Fest gave us a totally new insight, and that's why we're going to be testing one of the AIs that we kind of want you to hear about. So this is totally not sponsored. This is not something that we're going to be talking about from a level of somebody who gets paid to do this. No, it's a totally different scenario. So I scouted the net and found a couple of good and very high quality model generating AIs. What I'm going to try to do today is find out if we can fill this kitchen with a couple of props that will be purely 3D generated. We're going to try going over that. Obviously, everybody can do this on their own, and it requires almost no skill. So that's why it's really fantastic. Vizacademy also is going to have a totally new software that's going to be handling the best AI models to enhance our workflow and incorporate it into 3D visualization, thingy thing. So let's go ahead and check out what we have prepared for you. So first thing first, let's go ahead and introduce you to the software itself, what it is, and where we can find it, because that's kind of okay to do. So the one that I found to be the most useful and at the same time the most accurate, easiest to work with is Meshy Ai. So far, I would say that you can kind of forget about modeling some of the props. It's best for elements that are really secondary for your scene or tertiary, somewhere at the back. You don't care about them too much, but sometimes you can actually be very lucky and get something that's going to be high enough quality to actually use as a product in your shot. So that's also one of the reasons why I want to talk about it first, because there's a couple of options out there that I kind of am excited about. So once you log in, you're obviously going to be prompted, or let's say you're going to be welcomed with some of their features, what the other people created using the same AI. And this very model, this Succubi, I would say, it reminds me of a very specific type of a model that I had to do, because I was creating a dungeon for adults. No additional info is going to be needed, other than I needed to add a couple of Succubi-esque women in leather suits. And well, I didn't have that because, believe it or not, one of the good websites, for example, Anima, XYZ, People, Humano, they don't have the. This website doesn't have spandex and latex people for some reason. This is not a popular topic. And obviously, I was a little bit in trouble. So, for the sake of monetization and not getting our channel banned, I cannot show you how it how it turned out. But believe me when I tell you that, well, it is something that I'm going to be posting on my portfolio at some point. So, the generation itself is super easy. If you have your profile and it's going to cost you a couple of dollars, I'm not going to get into their pricing. This is not a commercial. So the best thing that I found about it is the image to 3D. Honestly, that's exactly what we do with our brains most of the time. So I'm going to show you the model that I was able to generate for a literal project that I was working on for a client like yesterday. So this is not some kind of weird reimagining of, hey, did you know that you can use this? No, I actually do use this. This is part of my workflow now. So you can do it as well. Again, Meshy Ai. We're going to be teaching our students how to use this properly, how to prompt this AI, but it's super easy really. So what do we do here? First of all, we've got the drag and drop option for images. And the image that I dropped here was quite literally this image of a chair. So you can see that first of all, you kind of need some sort of quality to begin with, at least something that's going to give the AI enough information about the object. But for me, when I would be modeling this, it would be very difficult, or at least I would say it's not very convenient for me to model a chair like this out of just one image. So Meshy Preview 6, let's take the newest one, multi-view, no, at pose, no, switch shot. Okay, that's super cool, and no, that's not Halloween, God, dude. Okay, I cannot get away from Halloween, I guess. Private, no need to be private. Let's give it to the community. Actually, no, we're going to give it to our members. Symmetry, auto, okay, on, and let's generate it. So the fact of the matter is, you can see that I am using it. I even tested it because my dream is to create an animation about some sort of medieval stuff, a little bit of a fantasy, but I made a lot of tries. I even tried to meshify my dog, but not yet there. But at the moment, we're kind of in a new era where all the models that I shown you earlier were done on a Meshy 2, Meshy 3. We're on the version 6 now, so that's a totally different story. Hi Mike, been using Meshy for a few months, can be hit or miss, hard to manipulate the mesh or texture unless I'm doing it wrong, but overall has been a lifesaver in many situations. That's exactly what I was about to say, because the differences between generations, even on the, based on the same image, can be a bit of a, let's say, problematic element. But all the time, you have to remember that this is just another tool. This is just our first step towards a photorealistic visualization. So even generating something like this that's going to be kind of bare bones and using it as a base for our mesh is already a lot, because not everybody has to know everything about modeling. Not everybody has to have all the skills necessary to create scenes and all the nice mesh transitions. We already did a couple of webinars like this on our YouTube channel, for example, the bag modeling. And it's a very highly detailed model that can be used for product shots. But at the same time, it's not going to be necessary to get this level of quality for just a regular project. So as I was saying, and as I was talking about the project, I'm going to just give you a glimpse of that project. So again, this chair was just generated out of AI, and this is a preview of an early preview of a project, or literally our team is working on it right now. So that's the Meshy AI model. You cannot really tell that it is created by AI. You cannot really differentiate it. If you really zoom in, you're going to see some imperfections, like this wouldn't be acceptable if I would be making this mesh. But then again, it's partially due to the shadows, partially due to mesh imperfections. You cannot randomize the texture on those chairs. So there's a little bit of, let's say, area for improvement. But this tool is a total lifesaver. And you can kind of see that from different angles. I wouldn't care. I don't care. It looks good. It's good enough, and that suits my clients. I mean, obviously, if I'm going to have a huge budget to model everything, I'm going to do it. But my clients are expecting that we're going to have lower budgets and we're going to be giving them more. That's why we have to cut some corners. And Meshy AI, it's one of those corners cut. Just recently, there was a kind of a story in our community where a zoo ordered a couple of visuals that were based on very high quality team. I mean, team that has an international recognition created those images and gave them to that zoo. Funny enough, they didn't order anything else, but they were able to create animations out of those images alone, because AI, such as those that we're going to be talking about in some other webinar, are so sophisticated right now that in some cases you can do a lot. So I think I bought myself enough time, so let's see how this mesh turns out. And honestly, guys, we didn't see this. We didn't see that detail. And for some reason, it just came up with it. I wouldn't be surprised if this model, after a little bit of cleanup, is just good enough for us to use as a paid model. So some of the details would have to be remade by hand, but look at that. This is good. Now, we can also click on texture and pay a little bit more coins for the texturification. But guys, this is it. We did it. We're there. We can now save a ton of time by actually downloading stuff off the internet that is by demand. And that's amazing. At some point, I know that models like this will be put into a host, I would say, host website where, hey, we already generated this exact chair from this exact photo. Do you want that model instead? Which is going to probably cost you less coins, because this is going to be specifically designed for the communities around this topic. But then again, it's all about just making sure that we understand that changes are coming and we have to adapt. So Vizacademy has got you covered at the moment. We're going to add all the AI technologies into our training. We are prepared. We already use AI in our workflows. If you visit our Instagram, it's something that I would like to kind of shamelessly talk about, but you can see that our students' images are just gorgeous. And what's also new for us is that we're now able to create beautiful animations out of those wait a second, out of those images. And this is all created out of just one shot. So you cannot ignore that. All of that is just beautiful. And right now, we don't want you to lose to AI. AI is just a part of our workflow. It's something that you're going to be using. And I am not saying that you're going to be replaced, but after the World Viz Fest, the conclusion was very simple. The older generation of 3D designers refuses to learn AI. And for that reason, the current employers are not very happy about it because they like those people, but they also like to stay in the business. So if those people won't adapt, it's going to have to happen. They will be replaced, but not by AI, but people that learned how to use it. So the demand is still there. The people still need visuals more than ever because now we have 10 products at the price of one when it comes to image generation, but also your marketing materials. So there's something that not a lot of you probably heard of, and that's inflation of information. Not only we have higher prices on the market, but there's more videos, there's more competitors, there's more images. And images, just by analyzing what we have on our social media, it's clear. Images are cool, images are clickable, images are going to give you following, but videos are much more effective. That's the whole summary of it. Videos are the future. Currently, everybody wants to scroll, everyone wants to watch the video, so let's do it. Okay, so again, I bought us enough time to get the thing. Also, I encourage you to have a conversation with me because obviously, if we're talking about this as a tutorial, it's too long as a tutorial itself. We're having a conversation. Treat this a little bit like a podcast because obviously what I'm doing is giving you information on the upcoming technologies, not only showing you the way. So that's why now I'm bigger. Let's continue and let's see what we can do. So download and FBX, OBJ, or whatever format. FBX is going to be fine, but I prefer using OBJs to be able to just simply load them. And typically files like this will be coming with an MLT file as well, which is going to be the material file. For the video of the classic villa, is that from one shot AI creates the rest, or do we have to model the surrounding as well as the video? That's a good question. So it's a series of multiple shots that are still shots that we use to tell AI, hey, now this transitions to that shot, figure it out. That's basically the gist of it. In a week or two, I'm going to do a webinar on our own AI generating generative software, which is going to be cheaper, faster, stronger, and it's going to be based on most of the most popular models anyway, so you're basically going to get a bargain option with the specific idea around our use case, which is interior-exterior visualizations. Because typically when it comes to AI, it's broadly speaking for everybody, and for me that means that it's just not something I want to use, because I want a streamlined workflow. That's exactly what I need to do. I don't want to be guessing. I don't want to be wasting coins. Every model requires a little bit of a top up, and that costs you money. So in that case, I want to make sure that whenever we do something for you or with you, it's not going to be costing you an arm and a leg. It's actually something really important for me, that we do not abuse the wallet of our students. Okay, so I deleted the chairs. Let's see if the newly added chairs are going to be good for anything. So I'm going to copy the directory and let's go to File, import file, and let's see. So this is the model. At first, we're not going to have any error file ship name. Okay, cool. Oh my god, we're being replaced. So okay, maybe let's give it a second try. Let's go for FBX then. That's surprising. Try Comfy UI, image 3D, and it doesn't cost you any money, Mike. Yeah, Comfy UI is really good, and we're going to also talk about that at some point. It's just that Comfy UI kind of is at the moment complicated to a point where you need to again, be kind of a scientist to understand it. And this is not feasible because this is not supposed to be complicated. This is supposed to be the easiest thing you do in your life. You're adding a chair to to your 3D model. It just doesn't have a permission to be anyway complicated, and it at the moment is. Are the render results from the webinars, do you do enough to satisfy most of the clients? For the video of the classic, are the renders results from the webinars you do enough to satisfy most of the... Yes. So are the web... Yes. So just to be honest, we're talking about expansion. We're talking about being ahead. We're talking about following your passion. We're talking about being the leaders. We're talking about being the best. So talent alone is something that you have to treat as a good start. So being talented is going to give you some of a speed up or some boost to your ego, but only hard work and perseverance is going to be something that you can rely on. So again, we're going to be focusing on that the most. We're going to try to ensure that you as a 3D artist will learn all of the necessary tools, and also what's going to be the most important is that at the moment clients still have most of the clients still have the let's say old expectations. They did not adapt, but they'll soon understand that somebody from your neighborhood or your town or whatever, or off the internet, is going to say, hey, I'm doing animation at the cost of that guy's pictures. And at that point, it's just coming. And as I said, all the 3D artists are basically saying the same thing. You have to learn or not and do something else. Can I make it download the how can I make it download the materials? That's a good question, and I'm quick to answer it. So you can see that now the object doesn't have any materials, and well, it actually has. So FBX is the way of downloading it. But if you're going to be choosing the MTL, it comes the OBJ, it's going to come with MTL file. The MTL file is actually a material library that we have to load into 3ds Max and use it as our element. So basically what you do is open material library, you type in the directory, and okay, what? MTL should be seen by 3ds Max. What are you talking about, Mr. Maximilian? Okay, now I'm stupid. Okay. I don't know. So FBX then, because it's a live stream, I am a little bit embarrassed by that, but MTL should be read by our file, and it doesn't require special files to do it. So what's going on? Okay, I realize Meshy models load as inputs, so you have to rename them, or you try to load the next one, it won't appear as the one already. Something called input drove me crazy for a while. That's super cool knowledge. I didn't know that. I typically rename the objects by default, so cool. Okay, so now I got a very simple name for this chair. So let's unhide all the other objects. Maybe try to download again MTL file. Honestly, I don't want to, because I don't want to give them too many chances. They already are kind of getting the exposure thanks to us. So if the file just didn't work, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm from Algeria, by the way. That's a nice place. Okay, so obviously this chair is scaled by eyeballing. Typically, we would go to a measure and see for ourselves if its measurement makes sense. But I'm just going to do the hunga bunga way, and I'm going to scale it down so it fits the let's say standard size, so around 40 to 50 centimeters for the seating area. So that way it's going to be probably kind of okay. So now let's start by rendering this file and see what it really does. You know what, guys? This is awesome. Okay, I love it. I really do. So now let's give it a bit of a zoom. Yes, it's a typical scenario where the AI didn't necessarily know what it should put at the back of it, because, well, the front had a little bit of a stripe, so the texture behind kind of makes no sense. But this is something that we would be able to fix, and I'm just going to test one thing, but this is not a typical workflow for me. What I would do is probably use slice modifier, take it as a y-axis in this case, and just slice this down. So I'm going to cut the top from the bottom just so I can manipulate the material a little bit easier. I'm not going to be careful about it. So let's remove the negative and maybe go slightly higher. Okay, so this file kind of looks fine. You can see that there's a lot of I would say there's a lot of mess in here, but then again, I am not very compelled by the thought of actually fixing it. It's just not something I would do. So I split this into two parts, and let's go for retopology. Let's try to retopo this object for just this, experimentation phase. Yeah, and it seems like my 3ds Max is really trying to save me from doing that, but still we're going for it. Okay, so first clay, and let's compute this. By default, we're just going to try to get the chair. It's probably going to report too many rat nests or some sort of other jargon. Gibberish. Okay, let's see. So it's trying its best to do something. I can see that, but I think, okay, it's going. Meanwhile, I'm going to open another window for 3ds Max because we've got more. So Meshy is not the only AI I want to show you, because Meshy is cool, Meshy is fun. That can be fixed. I would say it's still going to be easier for me to just add one letter material but this website isn't free. You have free tries on it with new account, so you kind of have free trials there. But speaking of free, there's also something called Huan 3D. Han Yuan 3D. So I beg your pardon, I cannot pronounce that properly. Hey, is Mr. Mike Jr. sleeping? Hey, thank you for asking. The best kid I ever had. I have only one kid, but honestly, this guy is so amazing. It's a new chapter for me, and I am, when people get a dog, they're now the dog people. I'm that annoying guy that talks about a kid all the time. I'm not going to be getting into that topic too far, but I'm going to say, recommend it. That guy is amazing. What can I say? It's just something super cool. How many polygons and vertices on the object? It's typically depending on the input you make. So the quality and density of the mesh is going to be probably not only displayed here, but also you can manipulate how many triangles you're going to get. So that's a cool feature, I would say. But let's see if 3ds Max, it's still thinking. So we're going to move on to the second AI thingy. Oh, by the way, Vizacademy Co. UK, guys, if you want to become our student and be first to test out our new program with AI, which is now going to be part of the biggest update to Vizacademy yet. Sign up today because we are running out of seats, and obviously, guys, I want to have you in my class. So please join us. It's Vizacademy Co UK. Click on the sign up button and enroll today because a number of seats are limited. Now let's go ahead and talk more about this Hui 3D. So there's a cool feature here, which is basically tell the AI where the elements are, what type of elements you're adding. So you can add multiple screenshots of one chair or the same object from different sides. And potentially this should help it generate better stuff. So the obvious thing is there's some kind of pricing scheme, but I wouldn't say it's bad. You're actually going to be saving yourself a lot of time. So you know, it's just you do this for the money and you want to help others earn it. So I'm not upset by it, but I took the liberty of actually trying it out on a different website. Doesn't compute, but I also did it the other, yeah. So there's a minus to it. You typically want to, when it comes to the Synexia thing, it's going to take forever. And before the webinar started, I clicked it to get that latest, bestest looking model because this AI is really good. But unfortunately, we are not going to be able to see it. There's one more that I need to quickly find to show you, but I'm afraid that we're never going to see the results. Meanwhile, guys, let's try doing some more tries with the Meshy, or let's see if it... Ew. Wow, that's in 3ds Max, I would say. Okay. Cool. 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 Okay, that was awful, but cool. Now let's actually make our own material for that, and let's not use the one that was generated, at least for the top, because that way it's going to be a little bit more fair. I need this to be a bit beige and something like this, maybe darker. Looks good, but I want it to be even darker. Okay, maybe around 3. Okay, perfect. Let's add it into the top. And now it should be part of this model. I was hoping that by retopologizing it, I'm going to get a bit higher quality, but obviously it's not the case. So a higher quality as softer, a smoother model. So that's not the case. And I'm not going to be very upset by it. So let's try it out. I remember you being stressed in class before he was born. Glad you're in your element now. Happy for you. I was a little bit stressed. Yes, we went through a little bit of a surprise, I would say. We kind of had a bit of a event, which wasn't necessarily a good one. Oh, by the way, his name is Maximilian. So it's a bit of a, I would say, coinky dinky, but my dog's name is Render because I render stuff and I work with 3ds Max, so my son is named Max. That's not the case. It's just I really love the name, but now it's kind of connected. So Maximilian is part of our family now. Okay, so what can we do to fix this mesh real quick? Let's try Pro Optimizer to get a little bit of that out of the top. So let's stop it. Let's try to make it more neutralized. Not as much. Maybe 15. 5, 10, 1. We could go back a little bit and use smooth now to auto smooth everything. It's going to require some cleanup. It's still something we would have to clean up a little bit, but again, it's not a key element of our scene, so I would say it's a good thing. So actually, after the cleanup, my clients wouldn't mind that. Honestly, I would say that, yeah, it's just light reflection, so that's something I would go for. Okay, so let's see. I'm looking for one very, very important link to show you that super duper amazing thing, but it also takes ages to generate. Honestly, for some reason, everything is just not working today. I'm super... Well, yeah, AI is just doing something that I wasn't expecting. It's just not showing up in the search right now. Waiting for your input, but it is... I did tell you to do it. Go, generating. You liar. I clicked it hours ago. I mean minutes, but it's been 40 minutes already. So I think we're not going to be waiting for this, because I was hoping we're going to see this done, and I wanted to show you the 10-cent one because it's really amazing, but for some reason it decided not to generate the model on time, and oh, unexpected token, one in JSON at position 0. Okay, thank you. So I guess that was the reason for it. The unexpected token, and I wasn't expecting the unexpected, so that's basically it. Back to Meshy, I guess. Image to 3D, let's try it out, because that's the chair I wanted to. Batch images, let's see what it does. So, okay, open. Okay, private, let's go private. Now Meshy 6, 60 on symmetry, auto, and generate. Hey man, you are awesome. I didn't know watch from the beginning, so can we do a quick summary what happened to this webcam? So thank you for that question. So honestly, the try triple for hit him mic. Yeah, let's go. Hit him 3D. Okay, hit him. Okay, but I want a link, not a YouTube video. Okay, perfect. I hate those AI thingies from time to time. They're just weird. Okay, let's go ahead and upload an image. Sign in. 1 sec. The login process always takes. AI being lazy. You see? AI is taking my job. Being lazy is my thing. Okay, let's see. We've got the login, hidden 3D, generate for 40. I've got 100 by signing up, textured. That's going to cost us another tenner. So we've got different qualities, high precision, versions. Okay, the newest. Let's generate it. So let's see how long it's going to take to generate. And as you said, triple. So triple is really also good. So it's another thing that I'm going to say. Most of those AI generative thingies are good, but the results do kind of leave a little bit of a because you're not going to be able to use them at the front of your camera. In front of your camera, we're just going to have to kind of live with what we've got. So in my brain, the way I imagined this webinar was, I introduce you to Meshy, we move on to the second one, and we fill the shelves of that kitchen with all the items from the best AI. But so far, they're kind of slowing us down. So I'm just going to say, that I'm not saying they're bad. I'm just saying that I am kind of disappointed. Okay, one click, texture to multi-views 3D. Multi-views 3D. Oh, that's for the paid users. So because it's a live stream, I reserve the right of not showing you the details of my credit card. Try now. I don't want to. I just want to generate it. Accept. Okay, I accept everything. Accept. Now generate. Standard. Ultra. Ultras. Okay, let's see it. So if they're not giving me the ultra at first, I'm not going to probably like it. Plus not a banana. What's used for? For Meshy, you need to choose the Meshy 5 version. The 6th version is sloppy. Is it? You have triple AI as well. Thank you. That's super cool. What Not a Banana used for? Okay, Not a Banana is probably used for the textures here. I think you can try human 3D, 2D Chinese model, but I tried recently and it's much better than Meshy and triple in my opinion. Yeah, I just tried it. Juan Yan. That's exactly the one that just said incorrect token. Goodbye. So it's probably Juan Yan 3D. Yeah, that's the one. We tried using it. Get started. We already were here, and let's try it with this share as well. Maybe it's not going to say that. Okay, good. Yeah. We tried. Okay. So we're generating now. That's the exciting part of this webinar, I guess. Okay, this is ridiculous. Guys, we're going to have to probably continue some other time because this is weird. But at least we've got that. Okay, so this is not a multi-view thing. This is just one chair at a 3 models at a time, separate. Okay, I accept that. Okay. That's a good start. Look at that. I would actually be able to remesh this. This one is much better. Wow. This is good. This is good. So the second one was the best so far. So I love this. This one, high quality. Let's go for texture. Okay, texture it now. Totally agree. You have to try different versions for each model sometimes. I think 6 can work very well if it's not overloaded with users. Well, after all, we're paid users, so what the heck? But honestly, ooh, nice. This model is impressively good. I mean, it's still a simple model, but for a human, it's 30 minutes of work minimum. Even if you're good, you're going to fiddle with it. But that's surprisingly well done. For me, this would be a base for my own model, and I would just use it as a guideline or more like prediction where to put my high quality stuff. So amazing. The course that starts in November includes AI animation. Yes, it does, and it's something that is going to be the first on the market. It's something that's going to not just be AI training. It's 3ds Max workflow from scratch through modeling to through lighting with textures. And AI is going to be incorporated in all of those steps to not only speed up the process, make it better, but also give you the general idea of how the industry works at the moment. There's a lot of enhancing AI. There's a lot of retexturing AIs. There's some AI already built into Corona, and we have to understand how it works. And this is exactly what I'm trying to show my current group, to give them a bit of an idea of is to come, but only the next group is actually going to have the full spectrum of what we're going to be showing. So I'm probably going to be sending that previous group a little bit more info on this once all the videos are re-recorded, because honestly there's a lot of new changes. Quicksilver Bridge, I'll look into that. Okay. Meshy, totally agree with you. Different versions. Download the 3ds Max version like Quicksilver Bridge or Meshy. The courses that start November are Quicksilver. No, in Meshy AI there is an extension for 3ds Max. You can buy one-click export to 3ds Max. What? I didn't know about that. That's so cool. Okay. Elio, are you in cahoots with them? This is amazing. Okay, so let's see it. There is an extension, is it? Is there? In Meshy. Okay, resources, tutorials, blog documentation, downloads, Media Kit, Blender, Unity, my 3ds Max plugin. There is one. Will the previous Vizacademy students get access to the AI classes? So that's something we're debating, but I am definitely going to create a special webinar because I promised previous groups that once we do the AI, I will be giving them extra content, and I'm going to give them a little bit of additional knowledge, because yes, that's something that I believe should be done because, well, I want you guys to be prepared, and this is going to be something absolutely a little bit different. Download the plugin. Wait. Listen to me. Okay. Nah, I'm not downloading any plugins now because that's probably going to take forever. There's an electrical wire kind of logo. Okay. Electrical wire kind of logo. I don't see it. Okay. Hit them. Nope, we're not hitting that. Okay, so let's go for Control J, Meshy 3ds Max plugin. Please tell me you're not going to require me to close 3ds Max and restart everything from scratch. Next download, down. Okay. Oh. Ooh. Failed. Okay, so I need that. You know what? Oh, okay. That one thing is okay. That's cool. That's cool. Thank you. Okay, I have no idea how to install a .pi file. And it's not a drag and drop, so I'm going to definitely drop this for now. So your VLC, you're welcome. Okay, that's what you meant. Thank you. That's so nice of you. Okay, so let's continue, because I think we have the second chair done here. So smooth. Okay. Well, okay, trippy, nice. So print on delivery. So let's export this, but GLB, STL, I want FBX because we had good cahoots with that. Bottom center pivot. Yes, that's cool. Bottom center pivot. That's super cool. That's so convenient. Okay, are you now going to extort money from me? Because this is typically the moment where they say, hey, let's see. Oh, come on. It cannot be that slow. Okay. We're almost there. So we're testing the Triple 3D. I'm going to also do an offline tests, and we're going to make a 10-minute long video just to upload it to give you a better idea, because this is online, so obviously I'm wasting a little bit of your time, so feel free to ask some questions, because obviously I would want this to be to keep this entertaining. Okay. Wow. Okay, so there's much more detail. Much more detail. The model is not as imaginative at the bottom, but I don't need it to be. Oh my god, that's amazingly good. Guys, that recommendation was a 10er. Let's now make some space for the new, better AI. So, let's see. Import file. Is it going to blow up? Nope. So it's also out of scale totally, but we're just going to scale it down and copy it and see how it works off the bat. Remember guys, I have done no changes to the materials, like no changes at all. So we also have to now triple 300 coin per day, so you can do so you good for free. And that's amazing. Okay, so let's do it again, because I'm guessing the reason is some kind of normal map. Yeah, that's what I expected. So let's change material map type to be Corona Physical. That's a fair thing. I wouldn't expect any model, downloaded or not, to be whoa. That's amazing, guys. That's what? Okay, let's go. Base bump. Now with fixed added gamma input, it should be fine. So it is absolutely fine. And base color and the right roughness, somewhere around 3.5. I'm sold. I'm sold. I am never modeling again. That's super cool. You can see this. It's high quality. It's good enough. And I am 100% sure that my clients wouldn't mind having this kind of chair, even if it's going to have small teeny differences to the original. I'm going to let you in on a secret. I do not guarantee that the models I made on my own, based on just one photo alone, are better than that. Not in a sense, yes, topology and mapping, all of that, they're probably more sophisticated. But honestly, I have no questions. This is good enough, and my clients would be just as happy with this as I am. So depth of field enable, let's go for that. Set to this point. Mom, look, I made art. That's amazing. Okay, I love this. Okay, triple 3D is my new favorite. I thought that Meshy is good, but triple? Dude. I love it. My new best friend. As I said, I'm never modeling again. Look at that. Fantastic result. Mind-bogglingly good. Okay, yeah, I'm not going to care about that. It's impossible to tell. And wow, guys, case closed. So, and now let's see if, what was it? So this is the, okay. Good job, good job. We're friends now. Okay, so let's see. Do we have the other one? By the way, Vizacademy, sign up today. Available dates and see our training. The whole package is going to include not only packages of videos and bye-bye. No, it's, first of all, our training is more than just modeling, more than just lighting, more than just texturing, and more than just rendering. It also revolves around live support that is available to you for 12 hours a day on work weeks, and during the weekends a little bit different working hours. But we do work 7 days a week with you. We may ensure that you go from beginner to a pro in less than 7 weeks. We currently are in contact with our students daily, also from previous groups and previous classes. I must say that, well, I love my students, and thank you guys for still coming to my shows. It's a huge honor. So what I can say is that, well, our training is now has a couple of open spots, so feel free to join. Plays with the depth of field. I just subscribed to Meshy. Oh no! What does the f-stop do under ISO? So f-stop is basically going to be where your field of view is going to be focused. So basically the smaller f-stop is a smaller range of focus. So potentially it's actually well shown in here in the viewport. If I'm going to change the f value here, you can see that now the focus point is going to be much bigger. So the depth of field effect in our scene is going to be much less emphasized because we're focusing on a broader spectrum of our scene. So it's a little bit different scenario here now. Plays with the, do you need to enable the depth of field now in camera settings and then play with the f-stop down? Yes, that's exactly it. So I'm really glad that you're helping. What can I say is in this case, this one is so far my favorite, but let's see. Nope. Live, okay, so do we have the hit and miss? Okay, so that's not fair because we tried the different model here, but Meshy did much better work on it, I would say. It's okay, mesh-wise, it doesn't look bad. It's, oh my god, it tried to actually create the texture. I mean, like, physically create the mesh of a chair. Oh, you know what? I take this back. It's just that the texture was bad. The model itself is fine. My god. You AI, you. The texture is really bad. I hate it. But the model itself is fantastic. So, okay. So, again, Hidden 3D looks good. Okay. As a Vizacademy student from 2 months ago, just got 69 in my interior class, highest grade in my class, without even using everything I learned. Totally recommend. So you asking about the f-stop kind of gives us a bad name, but to be fair, the close-ups are optional videos that we also provide you with. So thank you so much. It's Sima. Is that Sima? Okay, what is the ideal way to reduce the polygons from the AI model to edit it in properly? The ideal way would be if we have something like this, right? And the model is definitely good enough for us to use. What I would first try is saving your scene and not doing it in your main scene because, well, things can happen, right? And we don't want things to happen. So to reduce the number, the first thing I would do is go for Pro Optimizer. But the most important thing is that you click on Keep Textures, because if you don't, as soon as you click on the calculate, once the calculation is done, you're going to lose all the texture coordinate data. So the model itself is going to be kind of unusable for most of the time. So in this case, remember to keep textures and recalculate it first. So keep textures is a must whenever you're optimizing a downloaded model. If you're doing it to your own model, you probably know exactly whether the mapping was created or not, so you can decide whether you want to do it or not. So keep textures is a must. Now, just simply reduce the poly count by going for the vertex. So 50%, you can see no differences, nothing is visible, but mesh wise we reduced 50%. Now the mesh itself is too dense to even be able for us to even notice something up until we get to something around 10%. This is where we kind of can see the differences, but this is still a very high quality model. So the 10% here is going to give us the ideal amount of information, but 1% is definitely going to kind of make the model blow blow up, I mean. Now we can see that here, and 5% is kind of our ideal spot. It's definitely messed up, but it's still good enough. Okay, so here the next step I would take is probably add slicer modifier, as I did before, but this time I would be slicing this in such a way that I would try to remove half of it. So that would be basically my workflow for this kind of mesh. Also, if I would be very precise, I would probably try to remove that bottom and re-meshify those, let's say, separately, because I don't want to mess those two together. I just don't want to. So let's try to deselect it. As you can see, it's not going to be very easy for me, but I'm probably going to succeed with limited amount of with limited degree of success. Okay, so I think we can do that. We missed a spot. Oh my god, that was over selection. Oh my god, I hate this. Because of the, okay, this should do it. Now let's deselect that, deselect this, deselect that, and let's deselect this, deselect that. Got it, and got it again. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to be clicking on detach. So detach this, okay? So the reason why I would be detaching those elements is to make sure that the retopology is going to allow me to work with it in the right manner. So unfortunately, retopology by no means will be able to salvage or keep my textures, but it's going to do good enough of a job to retopologize some of the elements. Some of the details will be lost, but we can try topping up the face count and then again compute it down, but I think we're not going to get all the details. So the retopology is going to be good for organic objects, but not for a chair like this. So basically we're going to have to live with what we've got. Symmetry on the y-axis, so symmetry is just a formality for me. So if the model is not going to be symmetrical, in some cases it's going to be a problem. After all, it's a product. So I would definitely use it this way. Using proxy is a good idea, but then again, using a proxy for some of the models before optimizing is a bit of a hit and miss, because the models, you can barely see any differences between them. And why would you be storing a model that's 10 times bigger than you need it to be when you just don't need to? So definitely I would be optimizing first, then proxifying, which is a very good idea, to be honest. So in Turbo, the Pro version, you can actually separate objects instead of doing it in 3ds Max. Save some time. Okay, I'm going to test it further, because although I heard about it, I didn't watch the close-up. Also, it's 96, not 69. Oh my god, I am so dyslexic. Sima, so sorry. 96. I bow my head to you. Congratulations on such a nice score. Please send me what you did what did you show on that class, so maybe we can show it to everybody here, because, well, why not? Please remember that now we move to Telegram because Teams was banning our accounts because, well, we were contacting too many students at a time, and they thought, hey, this looks suspicious, and they kept banning our accounts. So that's it. Guys, I think we kind of found a good AI and bad AI, and AI that needs further exploration. Okay, the meshes are great. Textures are definitely better here, or at least for my tastes. They're not as over exaggerated, so in the interior it's not going to stand out as much. But here they kind of did use what we gave them. So the source images did have this kind of shadows on them. So it would be kind of unfair to assume that it did that bad of a job. So it's actually something that we have to take into account, that they tried based on the given resources. Can we try the wooden high chair with Trippo? Yeah, and then I think we're going to end here. So Trippo. 3D AI, okay, that's easy to find. Generate 3D models, and I don't have the pro version, so it's kind of unfair comparison, to be honest. But oh my god, my internet just died. Oh my god. Guys, are you there? Is my internet there? Well, hello? It seems to be okay, but for some reason it's acting weird. Okay, so we've got the base of the base mesh. So there's a special price for the participant today. There's a special price for the participants today. Hi, yes, we are here back online. Wow. There must be a special price for the participant, obviously. So please contact our office. That's in office at Vizacademy Co. UK and ask your question. Also, you can go to info at Vizacademy UK to get a little bit more info on our training. And if you, before you sign up and you're planning to buy yourself some hardware, a laptop, a computer, before you do that, also ask a question about that, and specifically ask for Mike to help you, so we can jump on a call and have a bit of a conversation. Just recently we had a brilliant student that bought a totally wrong hardware, and she paid a lot, like a lot, and I must say that I was heartbroken to tell her that her computer cannot run 3ds Max and it cannot run Windows. So in that case, she spent nearly £5,000 or dollars, because I don't remember exactly what currency she used, but she was really devastated because of that, because her dream was to learn 3ds Max, but because she wasn't able to get the knowledge beforehand, that situation happened. So if any of you are planning on buying yourself a hardware such as computer, laptop, any device for the training, please make sure to give us a bit of an email. We're going to double check if it's what you need to make sure that you go through our training seamlessly and as smooth as butter. So please rename the different AI used previously. I just joined. So we used Meshy 3D. We used Huan Yang 3D, which didn't generate anything. Then we used Hidden 3D, and we used the Triple 3D, and we tested two models in them with idea of adding those models into a scene created by our student. And so far, Triple 3D gave us the best result. So this is going to be the summary of our webinar, I guess. So the winner is definitely Triple 3D tonight. Guys, this is it for today. Thank you so much for joining in. Next week, I'm going to talk a little bit more about AI, but this time I'm not going to be leaving anything to chance and generations, because honestly, I thought we're going to be smoothly adding the objects into our scene, but honestly, it's impossible at the moment. All of our channel members will get their hands on the models I generated and a little bit more in a couple of minutes. So I'm going to just pack them up and show them to you so you can analyze those on your own. If you want to get your hands on any of the scenes that were part of our webinars at any point of our channel, please hit me up if you're a member. So that way we're going to send you all the models that we can. This is it for today. Thank you so much for your attention. Once again, we're going to see each other this next week, and we're going to be talking more about amazing workflows that incorporate AI. Remember to sign up to our training. That's Vizacademy Co UK. Last seats available. 7-week training, support, videos, plus free materials, coupons, and one thing that I want to absolutely say to all of you right now, Vizacademy is not just a school. We're in cahoots with Chaos. We're official educational platform for Chaos. So we also sell the software, and we're also officially educational partners with Autodesk, which essentially means that we also have the ability to sell you the software. So if you are interested in signing up to our training, hooking up your company on cheaper software and getting a little bit of Mike, make sure to sign up today. This is it for today. Thank you so much. See you next week, and bye-bye.